Woo, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous view, y'all? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Wow. This is amazing. So it's Easter. Um, and it's what, 10:43 a.m., about 3 a.m., 4 a.m. almost there, and you in on the East Coast. Wow, check it out. How beautiful. So it is always raining in Easter. Is that your experience? Because it's the experience we have here in Jamaica. Look at that. So, what is Ishtar, or who is Ishtar? Ishtar is the goddess of the East who brings the wind, the rain. She's the goddess of fertility, of war. Um, She is the one who makes the earth plentiful. That has been, one of the traditional beliefs of humanity. So this time of year where we have rebirth, born anew, things coming green again, new rains, the new moons. It has traditionally been celebrated from the time of the Akkadians, 2000 years BCE, as the festival or the goddess of Ishtar, and one of the a lot of these symbols and the beliefs and the ideas from these pagan belief systems. This is the what people call before Christ era paganism. Those things are adapted into Christianity. And so you will have a lot of the themes, the rebirth and the re-energetic energies. And, now we have it, it's now Easter rather than Ishtar. Um, and if you trace the roots of even Ishtar, it goes back a lot deeper, deeper, deeper than that. And, one of the benefits I will say of growing up Jehovah's Witness, my mother is a Jehovah's Witness. She became a Jehovah's Witness when she was pregnant with me. So a lot of the teachings about, the ways of the world, why we don't celebrate Christmas, why we don't celebrate Easter, those things were revealed to me. Actually, they were never revelations; they were truths to me since a child, and it's just kind of baffling to me how now people are now like in the 2020s just now knowing these things and just now getting the roots of the facts of information of where these things come from. So for those of you who believe in the resurrection of Jesus, happy Easter. But what does Easter have to do with Jesus have to do with an egg? What does Jesus have to do with a bunny? What does you have to ask yourself these questions, because these things go all the way deeply rooted in their pagan origins. And so now, as the world is turning back to the pre-Christian era, even those of us who come out of a history of colonialism and slavery, we want to go back to what in the world were we doing before they came and scraped us up and taught us their religion. And so, a lot of people are going back now to their African roots, to their belief systems, to Yoruba, to Ifa, a lot of, to voodoo. A lot of people are coming back to Africa for the roots of their religion before they were interrupted by Christianity. And so, one of the things I wanted to talk about this morning is, if you are lost anywhere in the work in the this, like belief thing, like, okay, so Christianity was stolen from us and then reintroduced to us with pagan traditions and pagan beliefs and pagan ideas. Where do we go from there? And one of the most important things I can tell you is that you need to believe in yourself. Okay? You need to have the same kind of faith and conviction and belief as you do in the resurrection of Christ, as you do in the blood of Christ and the body of Christ and the church of Christ and rah, rah, rah. You need to have those same convictions and things in yourself. And I know you're not going to get what I'm trying to say to you, but I'm going to break it down in a little bit so you can understand. We are all the physical embodiment of God. We are all the physical embodiment of our ancestors, of our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. We have all of their values and their beliefs bound up in our DNA. We have all of the things that they wanted to accomplish bound up in their DNA. We have all of their experiences, whether those be negative or positive, bound up in their DNA. And it can only be positive because we are alive. We are alive to achieve the things in which they could not. A generation ago, 2 generations ago, 3 generations ago, we have things that they could not have. We have freedoms that they could not have. We have opportunities that they could not have. And me, Renee, I would be damned if I am going to take on a religion that my ancestors were forced to take on. And I have believed this since I was a child, and I have gone through a lot of stuff. I have been punished by my religious family because I don't take on the beliefs that they wanted me to take on since a child. So I have always been the black sheep. I have always been ostracized, and I have always been made to feel that I was not good enough because I did not take on the ideas and the beliefs that they tried to force onto me since I was a child. So there are certain things that, that I will credit them for being able to relieve, to show me a view of the world, that the things that we see are not necessarily as they are, and that there are falsehoods presented to us as realities. One of them is this religion that now has come to this commercialization, that has come down to this, Easter egg hunt and all of these different kinds of ideas. Hey, how are you? Wabantu Academy, Wagwan. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, because you got to believe in yourself. Yeah, and I don't mean believing in yourself like I wonder if it's gonna work out. No. Mm-mm. You have to have this conviction and belief in yourself that it is going to work out. You know why? You didn't give yourself life. None of us were born with pockets. None of us were born with clothes. None of us were born with houses. And look at what you've been able to achieve from the time you were born until now. Therefore, there is a divine spirit and a divine purpose for your being here. And all of these different distractions and diversions to take you into these different places and capture your human essence and your human belief in yourself and your human belief in nature and your human belief in the goodness of the spirit that brought us here. Okay, we didn't bring ourselves here. Okay, I didn't put life into my mother's womb. Okay, there was a creator who did that. There was a creator who did that for you. There is a essence that is driving this thing, and it all comes down to a lot of science and knowledge that they try to keep away from you, so that you can demonize these things that are essentially for you and of you, created by you, for you, right? So you are a physical embodiment of the divine. The divine lives in you. As long as you're not out here trying to hurt other people, or trying to deliberately harm, or try to use your physical being to channel negative energies to hurt and to hurt and draw down other people. As long as you are channeling on the right light and the right path, you are a representative of the physical embodiment of God and your ancestors. If you are channeling some other energy where your thinking ain't right, you're only thinking about hurting other people, you're only thinking about what you get for yourself, you're only thinking about what you could do, um and f everybody else who's in my way. If you are channeling that energy, you're challenging dark energy. And there is a dichotomy, there is a dichotomy of dark and good. Good people are capable of bad, bad people are capable of good. It is the kind of energy that you are allowing into yourself, into your presence, into your life, that whenever you do your work, you have to look at the work of those hands. If you can stand in the mirror and say, the work of my hands and my intentions are good, okay, you are a reflection and a representative of God, light, the energy. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, if it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim, it doesn't matter if you're a Jew, it doesn't matter if you're Hebrew Israel. None of those things actually really matter, okay, because those are all constructs of mankind to, again, try to capture your belief, your ideas, and your recognition that there is a higher spirit. Try to capture your submission to that higher spirit when that higher spirit actually lives in you already. Okay, so um, belief in yourself, believing in yourself, understanding how you feel, and understanding the work that you are doing and how your life is going to leave an impact for as many people as possible. Those are the things that you need to believe in. So you need to put good things into yourself, good ideas. You need to expose yourself to positive things. You need to expose yourself to the kind of energy and the kind of people who are going to elevate you to the next level, right? So watch what you surround yourself with, watch what you consume on television, watch what you consume on this here Netflix. Don't be watching all that horror show and all that blood and gore and shoot and killing. Don't expose yourself to too much of that negative news and all of that stuff, because once you start doing that, you are now creating a energy pathway by which you're going to receive a lot of that negative information, a lot of negative things coming. It's going to change your brain pattern, change your thinking, change your attitude, change the way you look at people. There are good people out here. There are good people in the world. I meet them every day. Okay? They're great people in the world. Are there also some messed up people in the world? Yeah. Yeah. Whole heap of them. I may meet them too. But that is not your concern. Your concern, is not to fight with, as the Bible says, I came not to fight with flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high and low places. Okay, and you got to make sure that you are a representative of the spiritual goodness, because if you're not a representative of the spiritual goodness, guess what? You can't fight spiritual wickedness. Spiritual wickedness manifests itself in so many different ways. You would be shocked, you would be surprised, okay? But if you are not a representative of spiritual goodness, brethren, how you gonna fight with spiritual wickedness? So you're going to see a continuous cyclical pattern of things that cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, right? So people look at me and they look at the things that I've been able to accomplish, and some people probably don't feel like, oh, she deserves this or whatever, blah 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 blah. Okay, some people have even gone as far as to say, how can she do this? What do you mean, how can I? How can you not? Right? These things are cause and effect. You do good things, you live good, right? You do positive work, you try to make impactful work, and positive things will continue to happen as so it goes. Okay, it unless of course something negative passes the path and then the trajectory changes, which is simple physics, where an object will continue in its path of motion unless it is obstructed by something. So it is for you to also understand that sometimes these negative things are also put in your way to challenge you, to test you, to elevate your thinking, to bring you to a different level, to take you from the down to the up, right? You have to continuously put yourself, things will come and throw you way off. You have to continuously put yourself back on that path, right? So cause and effect. Look at the people are like, wow, how can she come all the way to Tanzania, less than 3 years? She has this villa, she has this restaurant in Masaki. No, don't look at it that way. Look at the kind of work that I have been doing, the kind of people that I do business with, the kind of people who see the kind of work that I'm doing, and the kind of people who are willing to support that kind of work. Okay. And so I'm going to digress here and give all of the people who came out to the meetings this week big up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the investors who invest in this company, who are able to see positive things, react to positive things, and support positive things so that we are able to do positive work. That is all it comes down to, right? This is what it comes down to. So I appreciate all of you who have come out to the meetings, those of you who have invested, those of you who are investing, those of you who are looking at what we're doing here as an opportunity, not just for growth and wealth and development of ourselves, but also for the improvement of lives in Tanzania. So una can una really have to break these things down in what is it that you are doing. Some people have this belief system about wickedness and wicked energy and badness, bad forces. And I don't believe that. I believe the most wickedest thing that exists on this planet is stupidity. Stupidity. People who do not think for themselves. People who allow themselves to be swayed and formed by media, by news, by so and all of them thing there. Okay? People who make selfish actions with short-term vision, without being prudent and wise and making long-term decisions, and can see where something is going. Now, when I say stupidity, meaning that a person will harm another person, not realizing that this person is related to them by blood, not realizing that they're going to need that person somewhere down the road, not realizing that there is going to be, them saying the Jamaica long run short catch. They don't realize that coming down the road, there was going to be a time when you will need that person. Okay, we all need each other. God don't come down and come save us. It is the people that you see. It is the people that you interact with. It is the people that you encounter with. That is love. When we in Jamaica say one love, and that we're talking about this one love, this loveness of the one spirit and one entity that is represented by humanity. So if you're not gonna believe in nothing, believe in yourself. Okay, don't let these religions, these ideas, these things come and conquer on a thinking, come and conquer on a spirit, come and conquer and take away the whole on a life. Generations of people live and die behind this Christian fallacy, behind these religions, live and die believing that they're going to go to heaven when they die, without realizing they're in heaven on earth. Tell me this is not heaven. And I have in this. This is heaven. This right here is heaven. Okay? The natural earth, the natural world. This is heaven. Okay? So they create all of these structures and systems that surround you in each and every aspect of your life. Your belief system, your inability to believe in yourself and the God that is within you, the God who gave you life and put life in your mother's womb, the God who brought you from infancy with all of the disease and plagues in the world, and brought you forth and give you feet to walk on and eyes to see. Anything to separate you from understanding your power, that you have dominion in this place. Anything to separate you from that, right? So now them have the religion, and then they have the monetary systems that make it seem like it is so difficult for you to have a habitat. In the Bible, it said, the birds have wings and foxes have den, but the Son of Man have nowhere to lay his head. How can a God that creates human being so perfect not also create the means by which he has a place to live? How is that even possible? So they put on all of these stresses and strains and diversions and distractions and this new modern technology on top of technology, on top of technology. And when you're done, you farm fool. So if a generation ago your parents were dying behind this church, you are dying. This generation is dying behind. The minute you come off of the Christianity and the Catholicism and everything else, the minute you come off of that, you have social media to distract you, to divert, to take you here, take you there, and obstruct your thinking and obstruct your view. And I'll know you not come to your purpose. I'll know when you're not reaching a purpose. I'll know, because there are so many things taking you here, taking you there, in your way, distracting you from representing and channeling the energy of life and light that is within you. Okay, so you need to get back on your mission, get back on your purpose. If your purpose is to make people beautiful, that's your purpose. It's your purpose. If it's your purpose to plant things, that's your purpose. If your purpose is to develop property so people have a place to live, that's your purpose. If your purpose is to bake, whatever it is that you enjoy, that should be your purpose. If you enjoy something, right, that is your purpose, that you know that this is harming no one and this is going to elevate or improve the quality of human beings on the face of this earth. Get on that path. Stay on that path. Do not diverge from it. Okay, because each and every single one of us have our own purpose, right? And this Sunday morning, a whole heap of people get up and go to church, and a whole heap of people, get up and them gone and spend what they spend an hour getting ready, probably an hour, 30 minutes in the car, 2 hours, sit down in the church for 3 hours. That's 5 hours out of your whole entire life. And some people do that every single Sunday. Okay, I'm not knocking the Christian people. Them believe in what you believe in, but while you are believing in everything else, also believe in yourself, believe in your ancestors, believe in your purpose. While you're believing in the risen Christ, also believe in yourself. You must believe in yourself. It in this day and age is a sin if you don't, because all of us have purpose for what we are here to accomplish. But not talk about the people that consistently think negative and think everybody's out to get them, or think all of them something. No, you have to develop your own value for who you are. The things that you encounter in your life create value. Sometimes, especially in the West, you will not encounter anything on a day-to-day basis that gives you any value. In that case, you must go and seek it. You must go and seek your own personal education. You must develop your own curiosity to honor the life that is inside of you, so that you are able to bring a better manifestation of God, life, and light to humanity, to the rest of us, to the whole away. Me need somebody who can bake bread. Me need somebody who can cook. Me need somebody who can cut here. Me need somebody who can do here. Me need somebody who can take care. And that's just my needs, and you all have the same needs. But if everybody is so distracted and diverted that them not perfecting them skill to do here, them not perfect them skill to be a great baker, them not perfecting them skill to do the things that is inside of them not perfecting them skills to say, okay, I am a builder, I am a sower, this is where I feel my most comfort. How are we going to find you? How are we going to be able to support you? How are we going to be able to bring you to that level? If we don't see you as a professional, we're not going to hire you. But you want to stay on that 9 to 5 job because of security. You're not taking the chances and taking the and putting the investment in yourself so we can see you. Okay? Remember, this place that I'm sitting in is a result of putting education in myself. Okay? Is a result of putting education in myself to be able to know how to build it. The restaurant we're building is putting education in myself to be able to know how to do it. Okay? And if I did not do those things, I would not be able to attract the kind of people that we need in order to go to the next level. So I know a lot of people aren't going to, maybe they'll come for me and they can come as they always do, but I'm not really particularly care. But there are a lot of people who this message is valuable and important for. Send it to a friend, watch it over and over and over again. That's what me have for the East. I'm going to see what this person right. Yes. So see it here. So Wabantu says, Mama Jojo, I also don't believe imposed religion. I decided to follow spirituality, manifestation, physical being, doing right thing for me and others. I just don't like to follow indoctrination. That's it. That's what we're talking about. Those are the roots of Rastafarianism, the spirituality. Those are the roots of voodoo and Orisha and yeah, you know, and Ifa and all of the things, everything. You don't really have to take on the belief system that the structured religion is the only way to spirituality. We are spiritual beings. We are always, if you're going to any church and full up with pure black people, you go and them a clap and a stomp and a sing. Who taught them to do that? Who came and said you need to be clapping and stomping and singing to bring down the spirit of God? No one. They did what is in them. I'm talking about spirituality, right? Where the word, you know, where the spirit comes down, where you sometimes you sit to yourself and you say, you know, somebody get an idea, or you see something and say, wow, I would like to do that. You're inspired to do it. The word inspired means of the spirit. Okay, it comes from the spirit world. Music comes from the spirit world. Songs come from the spirit world. Dancing comes from the spirit world. You know, ideas come from the spirit world. And everybody is so deep into this material world and this material acquisition of things to have as much as you possibly can to represent to the world. Say, yes, see me, I have it. See me, I reach. Look, I'm a big pretty car. Look upon my big, you know, me this, me that. Look upon my big gold chain. Look upon my, you know, just those kind of things without realizing. No, this is not to say that I am in glory of poverty. I'm not upon that neither. What I'm saying is, what we should be pursuing is the expression of the things that the Spirit reveals to us. We should be pursuing the manifestation of the ideas, the good ideas that the Spirit brings to us. This is where books comes from, music comes from, ideas, businesses comes from there. Okay? So una can't be this modern time 2023 in a rundown church and the same archaic you know, ideas that did not help your ancestors, did not help anybody upon a plantation for 400 years to get free from slavery, didn't help, okay? Didn't allow us to achieve things in this lifetime because they told us we had to die before we went to heaven. And a lot of us accepted that and did and never saw the kind of life that we wish to achieve because we are not channeling our spiritual manifestation. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here because in the big Easter Sunday, I have some things to do, right? So for those of you who are interested in the restaurant, you can follow the restaurant social media page at Wani Mama Masaki. Okay. So in at this restaurant on Instagram, at this restaurant, what we're doing is we're offering the best quality food from coastal Tanzania. We're offering sea moss, fresh fruit drinks, things like that, and seafood, all in mixed up in Jamaican cuisine. So our objective is, as we're getting these raw materials, we're able to purchase it at a good quality price, and we can sell it in the community, and we can thereby, affect the impoverished villages in coastal Tanzania. So the people who are depending on the sea moss, mwani they call it, the people who are depending on small scale fisheries for their prawns and for their lobster and things like that. Those are the kinds of things that we're bringing through there. So if you want to follow us up, follow our menu, see when we open. We're also looking for quality foods from the diaspora, people who are making things, people who are here also in Tanzania, who are making things and have things to offer. We would like to have the storefront should also represent that as well, so that we can channel some of this resource into our community. So we're talking about group economics here. And this is why I'm going back to this conversation. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself, believe in yourself, because when the opportunity arises, we are not looking for what you were doing that you didn't do when you were supposed to do it. We're looking for the product, we're looking for the services, we're looking for you. We're not looking for your distraction or your shadow. We're looking for you. Okay? So, for those of you who'd like to um, also communicate with me about investing in the East Africa Seaweed Company, this is my email address. Okay? And if also you are looking to book rooms here at the Exodus House, we have available rooms. So all the funds that we get from our bookings goes back into our community projects like the store, things like that. So we're doing very well. And it's time now. I mean, those investors who came on board in the early stages went through the rough and tumble with me as we got everything settled and conquered Tanzania. But for those who are coming now, all of those things are behind us. All the things that we need is in place for our export, for people who are looking to be a part of the partnership for the shipping raw sea moss from mainland Tanzania straight to the United States, for people who are involved in the seaweed industry, and those, well, sea moss industry, here we say seaweed for sea moss, but those who are involved in the sea moss industry in the States, we are shipping containers directly from here. We can drop ship, white label. What I have done in the past few months is I've split the company in two. So we have the restaurant and store in Masaki, which is a completely different entity from our shipping and export business here in Bahari Beach. So there's a butterfly. Yeah. So those who would like to get involved, please let me know. Again, self-belief, whatever it is that you are looking to do, we need people who believe in themselves enough to do it. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you cannot believe in anything or anyone else. So you have to believe in yourself first. You have to know that you are a representative of what is good. You can't let all of these negative things that are coming around distracting you and taking you here, there, and everywhere You have to stay on target. You have to remember you are a messenger for good, a messenger for light. We all make mistakes, but whenever these ideas of doing the things that are not part of your makeup come into your head, you got to be able to rebuke that. You have to be able to overcome that, because we are looking at you to stay on your course, because we're going to need you. A lot of people, I'm in the position at this moment where a lot of people need me. I was invited to a conference this week, and the conference is not necessarily for our business. We are a private entity. We're invited by an NGO to come and share our experiences with the business. And at the end of that meeting, of standing in front of that room and talking to those people about the experiences, about what they need to do to get results from the government, they unanimously voted to have our company admitted into their community service organization to approach the government. So now we're in a position where people do not necessarily only need us for our CMOS and need us for our business and need us for these, but there are other things that I have put into myself with my outlook to see results and opportunities come to fruition, not just for myself, but also for the people of Tanzania. So, they are looking to us. They needed me to make those kinds of investments. And so I am turning back to you, that if you are not putting yourself in the position, if you're not educating yourself, if you're not growing, if you're not helping yourself, believing in yourself that you can do something, you might want to do some real estate, you might want to, if you don't believe that you can do it, honey, you are not going to be successful. And as Marcus Garvey say, he who has no belief in himself is twice defeated in the race of life. Okay, we can't afford that. We can't afford that. People need me. People are going to need you. Okay. All right. So go ahead and send me an email. I got some things to do. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.